Hello and welcome back to the Minetrek.net game server. Currently over here at Killerwaffles project, the Bermuda, I believe that's what it's called. Anyways, it's a post-Nemesis Excelsior refit, and I have to tell you, it's amazing. Absolutely, without a doubt, one of the most amazing builds I've seen since the Excelsior update. And the Excelsior, whoa. Anyways, Killer did an awesome video on this, a little bit of a walkthrough video. I'll have a link in the description below. He also has a really cool intro for his videos, which I hope to steal from him one day, because I don't have those skills. Oh. Anyways, but yeah, he's had some folks helping him out on this build, and I have to tell you, the new blocks that we've got from Imheller updating the server to 110 and the added resource pack blocks is just really coming together well for a lot of the builds. Seeing a lot of new techniques and things like that coming along. Check out this phaser strip he did here. He says he's a little worried about it still, but I think he's doing pretty good. If he would go over to like the Enterprise E, A, B, C, D, E, the Enterprise E, and look how we did the phaser strips on it, as well as the Voyager, and how we're doing them on the Enterprise D, he might not have to worry too much about how to do the underside of these phaser strips. We came up with a system. We started working on the Voyager that we spread to the Defiant, and of course it migrated to the Enterprise E and now to the D as well. So it might be something you might want to check out. It allows for you to have a system that actually hangs down and has all kinds of nice little components. In this really tight, cramped space, it would work just fine. So, but yeah, check this out. Look at the hallway detail. One other thing you might recommend is double doing the red. It makes it a little bit more pronounced. But then again, you don't have to. It was just something we ended up doing with the Excelsior and with the Enterprise B. You got to remember, the Enterprise B was built literally 4 years ago. So, and it has never been renovated, and that was a build that I pretty much did by myself with a little bit of help from D-Bomb, some help from iPanic and a couple of other folks, and a bit of help from Imheller, but absolutely no attention was ever paid to its hull, to anywhere near the degree and level that these folks have done here. This is just absolutely amazing work. Look at this. I'm sitting here flying over it. I'm still picking my jaw up off the floor and having to dust it off every now and then, which sucks because I got a hairy jaw. But I love the accents, how they did this through here. High-rised it. They got the color in. This was actually pretty brilliant the way they did this. I got to say, I love how they did this. I remember doing the D or the B, and I was like, God, I can't get this to save my life. So I figured, oh, I'll just come back to it someday, and I never did. Never did get back to it because that was supposed to be one of those builds that we were going to team build on, and we just kept moving on to other projects, and of course then the Voyager, and then Defiant, and then Enterprise E. Those are all prime builds, so the B sort of fell by the wayside. Anyways, I'm flying through here, and I gotta tell you, I'm loving everything I see about this. Absolutely loving it. If these guys would go ahead and renovate the B for me, oh man. They'd earn their ranks so fast. But yeah, the B, like I said, was 4 or 5 years ago that I did her up. I think there's some videos out on her, but she was way before the C proper, which is the one you see in TNG. So even that ship is dated now by gross amounts. But yeah, check out this impulse engine. I love the detail they did here. Look at this. Using new blocks, of course. And you come through here and you get this radiant cascade. Just, it does look like an impulse engine. And I love how they did this right here. This is what prompted me to go ahead and decide to annoy my father and record a video. He just got back from a ride and he's in there trying to take a nap in his chair. Harley ride. But yeah, this thing's just beautiful. And you can see where they're going along here trying to set up details for like windows and things like that. And one of the problems I ran into with the original B is that some of the spacings was off for the saucer. I hope they don't run into that issue with this. Ooh, nice RCS thrusters. Look at those. I love this new idea for RCS thrusters, by the way. The orange with red and then these yellow blocks is really nice. Really nicely done for the RCS thruster. Beforehand, we had to come up with all kinds of really intricate ways to make it look like an RCS thruster, but now with the new blocks, we don't have to because we have these new textures, which are awesome. But flying through here, you can see, I think he's already compensated for it. So I don't know if this is the B shell or if it's a brand new import that he cleaned himself. I'll have to ask him. Oops, ran into some leg there. Getting some leg spikes, not sure what's causing them. Anyways, and you can see here he's going with the stair-step pattern, which is a lot better than a lot of the builds where they kind of cramp you off in these corners and stuff. But yeah, Killer's really doing a nice job through here. Love these tanks. Love this RCS thruster design he's got here. It's so simplistically beautiful. This is definitely going to be the system we're going to use for the Enterprise D. Killer, I'm still in your idea, but I am giving you credit for it. This is brilliant, dude. Absolutely brilliant the way you did this. I got to say, I wish you were on when I was working on the Enterprise E as well as the Voyager, because God, you would have saved me so much time with this simplistic design. I love how you did this. Brilliant. Absolutely love it. I bow to you. Brilliant work there, kiddo. Anyways, loving the way he's going with his corridors and stuff. He, of course, this is, nothing's set firm yet. Everybody's got to, as you build stuff, you change things. Another RCS thruster right there. I think I actually have a hatch on the Enterprise B. There's a hatch here, but who cares? With an RCS thruster, it looks that good. Darn. Goodbye, hatch. And you can see he's running into the issue here with this sensor. This is what this is some sort of a sensor platform, I guess. I don't know. Never did figure it out, but it's a big blue circle. But yeah, come through here and you can see the impulse bay. Look at the impulse bay. I mean, these are beautiful engines. Definitely got to pull the Enterprise E's impulse engine bay out and have you guys rework it. These pods, the way you guys did all of this through here, did the impulse bay. Look at this. Look at all this detail. This is absolutely impressive work, guys. Wow. A+. If I had perms, I'd promote you right now. That is just impressive. I don't know what he's going to do for Jeffries tubes and stuff, because I always put Jeffries tubes in everything. But yeah, who knows. But check this out up here. Oops, can't get up there. Let's fly down through here. You can see the sheer amount of deuterium storage that he's got volume packed in here. Just outstanding use of space, and I love the idea that they did this railing up here. Loving the detail I see through here. Another one of these impulse bays with the carriage system. So that if they ever had to, they could just pull the engine straight out the back here. Really awesome work done through the year. I love these new. Definitely going to have you guys renovate the Enterprise E's impulse bay. Absolutely. And I love the block combinations. This setup here with the glass and then this is really nice too. I think we did something similar to this on the Norway in their comm room, but I'm not sure. But it looks brilliant here. And check out the corridor design. The new bone block. I was going to do something very similar to this with the Fearless, but I ended up using Enterprise E blocks because we didn't update the resource pack. But this right here, I love how this looks, and he pulled this off. I think Blue Phobes wanted to pioneer this style a while back, and there were some objections to it, but I really like it. I have no objections to going back through and trying to renovate the Enterprise D and the E to this style of corridor where they have these stairs like this. It's brilliant. Only problem is when you get into rounded areas, it's really hard to keep the pattern and make it look good in rounded areas. That's just, but in here when he comes around a corner, let me show you up here, he does this nice little, up here, does this nice little double thing. I like that. That's actually a really cool idea. But in areas like this works really well. But if it was a continuously rounded area, I don't know how you're going to pull that off. I'd love to see how you do it, because then I would steal that idea too and go back through and renovate the Enterprise E, Voyager, of course incorporated on the D. Love these escape pods. These are really nicely done. We really do need to retexture that trap. These definitely need to retexture those. Very functional escape pods. Love it. And I love this right here. This is we're going to definitely steal this style here for the Enterprise. Oh crap, we can't, because this is post Nemesis. Is the Enterprise D going to be post Nemesis? I don't know. But I love how you guys did this. Really nicely done through here. Again, nice use of blocks. And I just love the layout. I haven't even been. Ooh, what is it? What's in this? Research lab. Check out the research lab. Ooh, love it. See how it's all done up there? And got these highlights like this. See, it's little details like this. It just really set a build apart. And these guys, I got to say, from the Excelsior build, which I really need to do an update on, they really raised the bar as far as putting as much detail as possible into small spaces and rooms. Look at this. Don't know what it is, but it's cool looking. And I'm excited. I hope they stick with the server and stay through the renovations on the through the D process, the creation of the Enterprise D's interior. I'm down to deck 6 on that, by the way. I'm actually got deck 6 out, and I'm in the process of squaring up the rooms and stuff like that. So I might actually let them, if M doesn't mind, if they get bored, have them tackle one of the upper decks, see how well they do. Plus, we also have the not only the Rick Steinbach, which is the actual Prime build, but we also have the Ed Whitefire version too, which at some point we will finish building. Sorry, your atrium won't be here till Tuesday. Running gag when it comes to the Enterprise B. Always a running gag. Parts never arrive till Tuesday. You have to watch Generations to get the joke, but yeah, it's one of those running gags. It's hysterical for Trek fans. This is the Deck 2 Lounge, and again, you'll see a lot of this if you go watch Killer's video. Again, the link will be in the description, and you can see the detail he's put into this. Because I'm sure he's had some people with him helping him, his team and him, but yeah, him and his team have put a lot of detail into this. Again, look at the new pillars beforehand. Oh, what is that? How did you pull that off? What block is that? Oh, it's one of those new ones from yeah, these. Oh, brilliant. Definitely gonna renovate everything. It has the old glass style. This is brilliant. Oh my gosh. The end rod. I knew we had it, but I didn't even think about using it like this. Again, gotta love the new blocks that are coming to the server. They've come to the service resource pack, and to the game. Love it, and it even lights up. I bet. Here, let me turn off Gamma Bright. See what it does. Oh yeah, I'm hooked. Okay, gonna renovate a lot of stuff with this. I'm gonna keep this in inventory. Yeah, this is the one thing I really don't like though, is when you have to step through a tunnel like this into a turbo lift. What I strongly recommend you do is you recess this turbo lift back to this point right here. I really strongly recommend you do that. This way here, your corridor will basically step in. You'll have like a little corridor, little cove, and you can step into it, and these blocks here, the doors would be flush with the turbo lift. And again, oh, I see he's doing the banded thing, which is something we're actually going to do with all of our builds now, because I think GOF started doing this with the TOS, and it's a really good idea. So as the turbo lift passes a deck or a bulkhead, you'll have a light. I really like that. I think it's a great idea, and I'm going to definitely use it with the Enterprise D build, and I'm probably going to go back and retrofit the Fearless as well. I'm definitely going to retrofit my Fearless. I love my Fearless, and that's one ship that I definitely going to retrofit, and I think I'll also do it with the Saber. Now, with the Enterprise E, it might be a little bit more difficult, but it's all split apart, so it shouldn't be too much to go back through and renovate the Enterprise E, trying to implement this sort of a style of turbo lift, because it really does help. Now, see, I like it here, but when you get something like this, you can't really get away from it. So yeah, you got to do it like this. But and same thing with this side over here, you know. But where you can, you definitely want your doors to be flush with your turbo lift walls. So I would definitely put your door right here and just kind of extend this corridor back a little bit. It'll actually look good. It'll actually help give you some depth to your additional depth to your build here. And you might really like it too. So check out this bridge. I have not been on his bridge yet, so this will all be new to me. Check it out. It's spacious. It's got a really nice layout. Oh, I love the detail. Look at that. You can put a little thing on the bulkhead right, or on the support strut right there. Lost this. Oop, an Omega. That's not good. Yeah, everything's probably locked down because of that. So I love the view screen, by the way. It looks like a view screen. That's actually a very cool looking view screen. That's one of the best looking view screens I've seen. I love how he did this. That is actually pretty neat. That is pretty cool. I love it. Details, details, details. And not saying him as in Killer, because I'm sure Killer had a lot of help again on this process. But this is one of the best looking bridges I've seen on a starship to date. It is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Love it. Alright, turbo lift. and then we have a little corridor back here, it looks like. Yeah, it sucks when the hull gets in the way, doesn't it? Nothing you really can do about it unless you want to put your wall right here to hide that, but yeah, what can you do? Go ahead and turn on Gamma Bright again. Now we're into the aft lounge. It looks like this will probably be sort of a storage room, probably even a bathroom. Nice idea for the thing here. You know, I love this string idea. That's pretty cool. That's string, by the way. Same for the compartment right here. Nice little big, as you kind of see here, use of space where you got the older ships and stuff like that. I really like this too. So it's really nice when you have time and you don't have to worry about constraints. You can just build what you want to build, and it just sort of comes together, especially with the talent that is currently displayed on server. Granted, you know, it sucks that Mad Squirrel isn't around anymore, because he too was brilliant when it came to this sort of stuff. But yeah, it's really nice to see that Killer and Shadow and all the guys that are helping him help. Those guys are just some of the work they've done. GOF are just amazing. GOF is over on the TOS Enterprise, and I tell you, he's really working hard on that. But boy, I tell you, I was embarrassed. Went on there today, and there were some serious flaws with that ship. And I can tell you right now, I don't know how those got in there, because I know when I built it, it was perfect. And I think it was renovated. Somebody went in there and decided to fix some stuff, and in fixing it, they sort of kind of really messed stuff up, and I never caught it. Yeah, so it's really embarrassing to find that, because that was a gut punch. But Guardian's got it handled, and he'll do that ship justice. And we'll buzz over there real quick here after we kind of tour a little bit more here. Again, I'm really liking this build. I gotta say, Killer, you guys are doing outstanding work here. And if you guys would, at some point, again, if you guys would, I would really like to have you take a look at the Enterprise B. Because if this post-Nemesis rebuild comes out as excellent as I think it's going to go, you guys would really do justice to the Enterprise B as well. Could you, again, I would definitely move this door back to be flush with this. I know it's kind of dorky because you have a corridor right here and you want to have like a center thing right here. Then again, you don't. What you could do is you could actually extend the turbo lift. You know, get rid of this wall here and just have the turbo lift come into here like this. That's what I would really recommend you do. Instead of having the door just like that, I would just extend your turbo lift to this, because the turbo lift would actually, it's 2 blocks, so it would fit right here. It'd be a great place for a turbo lift to sit, and then allow another turbos to come up and do its thing and sort of that stuff. But yeah, I would definitely get rid of these blocks here, kiddo. Just a suggestion. Again, it's your build. You do what you want. But I like how you did that. That's actually pretty cool. And I assume this is where the computer core is probably going to go, or atrium. I don't think it's an atrium, but who knows? Computer core. That's my logic, and I'm gonna stick to it. But yeah, check this out. Oh, check this out. I'm not sure what this will be. Botanical Bay Garden. It's too high. Again, this is a really nice use of space. We have the same thing, just made space for one on the Enterprise D. So if you don't mind, I'd actually like to borrow your concept for the Enterprise D build, because I love this roof. Again, check out the new blocks. Yeah, when I picked this texture for this light block, I really was kind of concerned with it shifting and stuff, but I'm glad that it's working out, because it kind of gives it that. If you don't look at it too long, you won't notice it, but if you look at it and stare at it, you're like, But yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, and check this out. I didn't know there's a little stairwell coming up into here. Botanical lab. Gotta love it. So you have your Botanical lab here, and then you can come down here into this lab right here. Pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. If you could, I would recommend a corridor access to this room. I'm sure you got corridors here, so you'll probably end up putting one in here. But yeah, definitely want to have a corridor access to this room as well. Love that. Love how you did that. That's again, pretty damn clever. Pretty damn clever. The more I tour this ship, and the more I toured the Excelsior, the more I fell in love with it. Granted, the Excelsior was a good learning curve for these guys, and boy, they nailed that one out of the park. Within days, that we knew we had an all-star team. So, and I can tell you again, with this project and what Shadow's working on with his new project, and I don't want to spoil that until I have a chance to talk to Shadow about it. And what Guardian's doing with the TOS, we're seeing some excellent progress here. Here's main engineering. Looks like this will be his main engineering bay. Love where he's going with this. Big, open, spacious bay. Reminds me a lot of Star Trek Online, where they got those big open bays. Love that engine, by that warp core. It's just beautiful looking. Love how he did this. Look at the detail behind that. I mean, look at that. Look at the detail of that. And I remember back in the day when I was touring, before I even knew Mad Squirrel, I panicked, says, "You gotta go look at this ship. It's really cool." I'm like, okay. I went over there, and it just dropped my jaw. And it was one of those builds where you just knew somebody just raised the bar. And with the way they have the lighting up through here and the detail they're putting into everything, this is another one of those builds that just kicks you and just says, bar has been raised. Catch up. And I don't think I can catch up. This is just tremendously beautiful skill. These guys right now, without a doubt, are far superior builders as far as interior design. In fact, I'd even say exterior design. These guys put me in the dust. I just am in awe of their building quality here. And you know, this includes everyone that's working on this build and worked on the Excelsior build. You guys are kicking ass. Seriously. Kicking ass and chewing bubblegum. I'm just in awe. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. I love this. That's also really cool. You know, you have a Jeffries tube marker here, and you're just stepping up into it, and you got it goes back through. Gosh darn it, I love this. I love the combination of blocks that they're using. They're never really been done before, like the gray and this and that. Oh my God. I love the layout you did through here. It's one of the areas of the Excelsior that I love is this long area here. Now on the B, we ended up doing a lot of engineering stuff through here because, you know, why not? And but they're keeping it nice and tight and clean, which is really neat. I love it. And I think we get back here to the transwarp bubble somewhere. Yeah, see, they do also going to end up doing stuff here, EPS relays and things like that, just like what we did with the D. Oh my God. We've got to go check that out. We have definitely got to go. I don't know how long he's been working on this project. Really, I had no idea he was working on this until I saw his video. And now I've seen his video, it's like, holy crap, have I been asleep for the last month? Well, yeah, sort of. EPS relays, let me just observe the shuttle bay. The hell with. I love it. Yeah, I'm ecstatic with the fact that the server is running 110 and so many new blocks have been added, so many new features have been added. These blocks here were ones that got added to the resource pack. Of course, M added a mega crap ton of new blocks as well. I love this hangar. I love it. Oh my God, guys. Check it out. Little lifts and things for shuttles to park on. Got a little parking bays, work B stations, little areas for do not block. And again, this right here is directly out of the Excelsior. I love this. Definitely going to be using this as the standard for lifts whenever we possibly can. This wall pattern, because it is just beautiful. It comes down into here, and you got your bay, cargo bay, or whatever else this is going to be. Beautiful use of space. I mean, the fact that if I had to go back and redesign the Enterprise B, I don't think I could design it, to be honest with you, to even come close to what's going on here. These guys are really doing beautiful work and stuff. And then, of course, this is the lift that comes all the way down. Now, again, when we did the Enterprise B, Em and I went the extra mile to make sure that we had, from the main cargo complex, which is what runs through the center of the ship, to the lower hangar bay, had a turbo, not turbo, but had its own lift system, so that you could go from the hangar bay lower to the hangar bay upper. And I am so happy to see that they did the same thing here, but they did it really well. I got to say, this is just brilliant the way they've done this. A lot of space, a lot of room. You got the shuttles, and you got plenty of room for lighting and other roof effects if you want to put them in here. But yeah, you know, when you really love a build and you get into it and you start building it, you can tell that it's a build you love. I'm not sure what these are, but they're probably something related to with fueling or something. Let's go check out how they did this. Of course, this is the aft bay, hangar bay. And this is the aft lift that allows you to access the parking bay, which on the B, it's it's partially a parking bay and cargo bay, so that's what we used it for. But I love how they roofed this, give it that nice rounded roof. Again, since this is post Nemesis, he doesn't have to worry about all the Enterprise B stuff that has to be in there, but you can see he is worrying about it because you have it up here. See this? Brilliant use of space through here. You got a turbo lift that comes up, and you got like a little room in here, little observation room. Same thing with this. This is so much well. You know, when I did the Enterprise B, all of this through here, I had to actually hand build it, and so because we didn't have a proper model for it at the time, and so all the Enterprise B stuff was hand built. From this aft section back was all hand built. And you go over to the B and you look at that now, and it's like, oh yeah, this is pretty dated stuff. But you can see how he's got this, the border, and how it lips over it, and you got the axis down in here and stuff. This is actually brilliant looking compared to what we did. This is what I wish we would have had for the B originally. But again, back then when we did the B, we only had so many models to work from at that time, and that was the model we had, so that was the model we worked with. With this actually looks like it's a fresh import, so it's a beautiful looking model. It has a lot of beautiful detail to it, and oh my gosh, everything's so well spaced out. I would have kicked the cat to have this model back when I was doing the B. And again, see how he's doing the phaser strip up here? This is basically the system that we use for, and again, I don't think he's going to run into any problem with the phasers because he's got this pretty much down again. Post Nemesis, it just really depends on how much detail you want to pack into your stuff. And the sucky part is this turbolift probably won't want to come up here with a turbolift. You probably want to make this Jeffrey's tube or stair access only, because you know you can't. You're just not going to get the feel you want by having a turbolift coming up to this. But yeah, you can see how he's gone through the detail here with the phasers and stuff. Now, the phaser system that we currently use, which is used on the Enterprise E and the Voyager and stuff, I'm sure it's getting dated now because, again, more blocks, new ideas and stuff. So folks are free to explore with that. But we try to keep it, we want to try and keep it somewhat uniform between the ships, and this does that. You can see where it does share some of the unit with the stairs, the color and stuff like that. It does share some similarities with what we did on the E and what we did on the Voyager and stuff. So, it's, you know, it looks good. I gotta say, I really like how that looks. It just says phaser. So, outstanding. But yeah, this thing's looking really nice. I gotta say, it really is. What really blew me away on the Excelsior was the detail they put into things like the going to the pylons, the pylon detail. I'm sure that this probably shares a lot of those similarities. So let's go buzz around over here. This is going to be one of those builds that I'm going to definitely want to beg for a schematic of, because it's just absolutely it's coming along so nice. It looks beautiful. But yeah, I love how he did this. Again, the color combination, the block combination here is just it's just so nice looking. It's just so crisp looking. I guess that's the best way to put it. Come through here and you got again nice little ideas. You know, you can only do so much with one of these, so you got to do what you got to do. And it looks like he's still working on the nacelle because it hasn't been masked yet or cleaned yet. So yeah, that's always a pain in the ass, I tell you. Actually, I got to put that back. So my jaw's on the floor again. You guys have done this to me way too often now, where y'all have done work and it's just left everything I've done in the dust, and I'm so ecstatic that you guys are on the server, because for a while there it was pretty lonely, and I know I don't have the skill to do this sort of level of detail that you guys have, but and I'm thankful you're on the server, and I hope you stay on the server, because you know how life is. People move on. School comes, girlfriends, wives, kids, house, responsibilities, and hobbies sort of fall to the wayside. But yeah, this is looking absolutely amazing, guys. Killer bitchin' job here so far. Let's go ahead and take a real quick. I don't know if he's still on or not, but let's go see what Guardian's up to. I'll show you the TOS. I also want to show off something that one of the new guys did. Yeah, here's Guardian, Mr. Guardian. They can't see me. I'm hidden. But he's got his little boneyard going. He's updating a lot of these blocks, trying to make them look TOS-y. The last night, well, the history of it is, when I originally did the TOS, we got to finish for it to loading here in order the chunk loads to stop quirking us about. When I originally did the TOS, we let a guy named Brain Pop 14 and a couple of those guys get in here and do some work on it, and they did a really nice job on the exterior of the ship. When it came to the interior of the ship, they did absolute shit work. Bar none. It was embarrassingly bad. So at that time, I was working on part of the Enterprise A, and I stopped work on the A and I started working on the Enterprise TOS here. Now this was a 6-month process. I would work on this, and I'd work on the A, then I'd work on this, and I'd work on the A. And iPanic and D-Bomb helped me a lot with this ship. I mean, if it wasn't for iPanic helping me within the cells, I don't think they would have ever gotten done as far as the exterior of them goes. But after a bit, it was just me working on this ship. Same thing with what happened with the B. It was just me working on the B, just me working on the A, just me working on the TOS, because not a lot of the builders were familiar with these builds, the way that they should be done. And granted, iPanic had to look at a lot of reference material to build these nacelles. He really did. And he and DeBomb and all the people that, well, it was mainly him and DeBomb that worked on these nacelles together. Maybe Matt helped too. At this time, when I was building this, Matt, I think, was just joining the server. Anyways, long story short, we completely rebuilt this ship from the ground up, remasked the hull, started working it out, and it's based off of the strategic design deck plans. And at some point, you know, you go so far and you want to, okay, it's good enough, we'll come back to it and finish it up later. Because again, when you're the only one really working on it, you get burned out real quick. Now, even doesn't the A look so beautiful from over here? She's just a beautiful. I cannot wait till these guys are let loose on that ship over there to do the detail and work on that hull of the Enterprise A. Because the A is one of my favorite ships. Absolutely. It's the design of the A and everything else. It's just a beautiful ship. Okay, sorry about that. It's just admiring the A and her beauty. But back to the TOS. Anyways, there are a lot of issues with the TOS, and Guardian is finding them, and he's trying to fix them and adjust them for us. One of the issues was this door up here. Get up here to the door. Keep getting lag spikes. I'm getting 60 frames per second, so it may not be the server that's doing it. It might just be my computers or something. Anyways, this door here. Originally, right there above us, there would be a lever. You flip the lever, and then this really old system of redstone here that back in the day when I designed it was the only way to do it, because we didn't have slime blocks and repeaters and hoppers and things like that. So you flip the switch, and then it punctuates the door, and the door opens, and you have this doorway here. When it closes, this doorway is flush with the hull. Well, last night, one of our buddies, one of the cadet guys, was on, and he says, I could redo that for you. And I said, I can make it smaller. And I said, I'll tell you what, if you can make that door fit within the space that's allocated for it and make it smaller, I'll see that you get promoted. 15 minutes later, we had this. And guess what? No more switch above the head. It's right here. It took him about 15 minutes. Of course, this right here was something else that he did. He designed it, and then Guardian says, I challenge you to make it fit within this space here. And he did. So he earned his promotion. He absolutely, doggedly earned his promotion. And it was just a brilliant... I'm so glad he spoke up and says, I can make that door smaller. For my first thought was, okay, if you could do it, do it. You know, but because we come back down here to my design, again, the big behemoth design, the Bertha design. His is so much faster and smoother. Brilliantly done, by the way. I'll show you real quick here what I was telling you about as far as being embarrassed. Yeah, that's definitely going to be lost frame right here. I think my hard drive might be getting full. But yeah, this inner ring here. Yeah, it's all screwy. So, well, guys, I'm going to have to end the video here because I'm definitely experiencing some chop issues. I don't know if it's related to my system or perhaps lag on the system itself. Um, but yeah, I'm getting lag. It could be Windows trying to do its updates. Again, I despise Windows 10 because it's like a virus. It updates when it wants to update, and you and your work can go to hell, which is not the way to do things. Anyways, thanks for watching. Again, this is the Minetrek.net game server, and I do appreciate watching. Hit that like button for me. Again, this is the Minetrek.net game server. If you'd hit that like button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Yeah, it was a little bit of a time skip there. Somebody used a temporal weapon on us. Also, if you'd like us on Facebook, please do. And please check out Killerwaffles videos. And if you'd like to donate to the server, there's a link in the description to help you do so. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.